What's going on? It's your boy Coach. So Costco happened to have drumsticks on sale. Basically, it says 16 of these for $6.50. So it seems like a heck of a deal. I know I've paid $4 for just four of them. I'm gonna probably close to 5,000 calories. I tend to eat more than just one when I eat these. It's why I rarely buy them, especially if I'm trying to stay in a calorie deficit, because I will go through, I don't know, 5, 6 in a sitting, no problem. So we're gonna see how that goes in an actual challenge and see how far I can get. The goal is to get all 16 down as fast as I can. Now, the first thing you might be wondering is, what in the world are you doing wearing a hoodie, Coach? Some of these ice cream challenges, I've never done them in large volumes, but eating a large amount of it usually results in getting very cold. I'm trying to basically get ahead of that element so it's not gonna hold me back. Because basically I'm going to be trying to do this in about 15 to 20 minutes. That's kind of my goal. That's as far as I think I can get with 16 drumsticks. So here we are. A lot of adjustments I had to make today. Unfortunately, it got more hectic than I was hoping, and I'm about 4 hours past where I really wanted to do this, where I felt like I would be in my sweet spot, and that didn't work out. So I'm looking at it from an optimist standpoint. Maybe this is better, to be a little more fasted and a little more depleted, or maybe it's going to work to my disadvantage, and I'll know that for next time. So really, that's in my book how to get better, is to try different things, and that's how today ended up working out. So we're giving 16 drumsticks a try with no audience, unfortunately, like I had initially planned, and having everybody else participate. So I'm going to do the boring thing, and I'm going to play some music. I got my hoodie on. It's a hot summer day. I think it's in the 90s. Fortunately, it's cloudy, so I don't think these things are going to completely melt. Got them in the cooler. Music's ready to go. Water's ready to go. 16 in this one. I got 8 extra drumsticks, which I don't think I'll get to, but I had to swap 2 out anyway for, they have chocolate, so I had to do that. Here we go. It's your boy, ready to destroy. Gonna give it my best, so I hope you enjoy. Okay. And shout out my puppies there. Gonna appear in the film. They're cleaning up the little scraps. I'm sure they enjoyed that. They're my little vacuums here at the house. If the pros do something like this, they're going to absolutely destroy this time and the quantity, I'm sure. I did the best I could. This was me going fast. I kind of prepared for that, and I'll discuss that here in a few. I just didn't know how deep I could go. I was sure I could get the box, and actually kind of prepared those in a different way. I was able to have those extras just in case I went beyond the 16, and since I was so focused, I was kind of preparing to get into that box, but the first goal was to get through the 16, get to the 2. The unfortunate part to this is I was hoping to do it with a small audience, and I actually bought the extra 8 drumsticks in hopes that those around me could participate and have some drumsticks as well. I also saw that those chocolates were in there, and really I just wanted the chocolates for myself, and to swap out with 2 of the other ones because everything's so vanilla dense. I'm a huge chocolate fan, and really that was kind of my driver to get to the end, really, was to switch out 2 of my last drumsticks with the chocolate ones. There was so many vanilla caramels and vanilla fudges, and there was only a few vanillas. I took out 1 vanilla fudge, I took out 1 vanilla caramel, and put those into the box of 8, and I took 2 chocolates. And I used those chocolates as my motivation to get to the end. I basically just said, you know what, laser focus, get in the zone, get through these. I had no other objective other than to get through all of the 16 drumsticks. When I train in the gym, I have kind of the same mentality, is just to go and work hard and get to that end objective. Didn't feel overwhelmed. I just knew I had a mission. The first element that happened was a brain freeze in the second drumstick. After that, I had no problems with brain freeze. The roof of my mouth went really numb right out of the gate, which kind of helped me, but I paid for it for days. The roof of my mouth and absolute carnage, and I struggled to eat meals the next 2 days. I don't recommend this in that sense. I wasn't prepared for that side of this. Crust of the cone scratched up or marred the top of my mouth. I kind of maybe didn't feel it, getting scratched up. I changed my strategy a number of times. I tried eating just from the cone down, which I think is the majority of what folks do. I tried eating it sideways, maybe kind of knocking off, some of the chocolate and then kind of getting after it that way. I tried flipping it upside down. I found each method had its own little maybe advantage. When I flipped it upside down, my mouth was so cold, it gave me a break from the actual ice cream. So I was just eating cone. First few are kind of reflective of how I normally eat a drumstick. I'll never go this fast. Open that box. They're just so good. And like I said, chocolate is hands down my favorite flavor. As I'm basically going through each cone, I'm utilizing that water just to kind of push everything down. It's not a choking hazard, really. More than anything, after I finish it, I just want to make sure it goes straight to digestion. Like I said, it's a strategy. I'll probably make a video in the future about, how to get prepared for these. I wore some sweatpants. Those are warm socks on. They're long socks and a hoodie. And the thing is when I'm eating high amounts of ice cream, I tend to get cold at some point. So as I'm getting through each of these drumsticks, I'm kind of just focused. I have my music going. My mouth at this point is kind of numb. I'm not counting them. I'm just kind of looking down at the box. As long as they're going down, then I'm doing good. Kind of the halfway point, I kind of knew I could get the box down. I had my cooler out, to kind of keep these cool. I had some ice in there, but at some point I just pulled them out because the ice cream, I knew if it melted just a little bit, would be easier to go down. And kind of cruising down, and maybe a quarter of the box left, I'm really looking at those chocolates. I just prefer chocolate. I didn't feel full. Kind of knew that this was going to hit hard later. Didn't eat again after this until the next morning. I had a small breakfast. The roof of my mouth is an absolute carnage after this. Just felt like absolute fire. Like, I don't know that I would do this one again, just because of how much carnage came from it. There's no way that do this before, say, a challenge, in the next day or something, just because of how scarred and marred the roof of my mouth is. I mean, it's self-inflicted. Happy that it's all said and done. And now that I've finished it, I can focus on my next goal, next challenge. I made sure that, I was ready for the capacity and the volume. It's coming to a close, and, you'll see where I actually finished. The mental game was something that is absolutely essential in this. I made sure to, swallow my pride, literally. And this extra 20 is the 20th drumstick worth it? And to me, it wasn't. I thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate the support. This is something that I'm passionate about. I really enjoy. Hope you liked the video, and feel free to comment, subscribe, like, and I'll see you in the next one. My mouth is completely destroyed. Raw. Cut up. Frozen. I think it did pretty good. Overall, like I said, could probably go one more and just not feel that great. Gonna go recover. And until then, we'll see you then.